So now I had scheduled a live for 12 o'clock this morning, but I might not be able to do the live 12 o'clock this morning. And why would I want to go live that early anyway, unless something is truly bothering me or whatever the case may be? So shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets, a shout out to OSD that went live earlier. I had hit the link. I was able to talk with him, and the people was on the panel, kiss my cheeks. Shout out to her, Mr. Oates. Shout out to him. Shout out to OSD. Yo, shout out to Bishop Al Smith, Bishop Askufu. He went live earlier, Mondays. Mandatory Mondays. He had a live earlier, 2 hours, or I think it was for 2 hours. I don't know how long ago he ended the live, but shout out to Bishop. Shout out to everyone that had hit his panel. And it sounded like they had a good discussion. So this is your homegirl, 914 Westchester County, New York, coming to you with another live video. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets, shout out to my moderators, my subscribers, my support team, my YouTube creators. We're going to talk about trolls this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about trolls. Yeah. And what it is, I want to talk about why the trolls have been trolling me in my own comment section. And these people, I'm going to tell you something about trolls. Once they make a comment in my comment section and I respond to what was said in the comment section, trust me, I press on to the name of the person to see what channel they got, what kind of content they got. And none of these people are content creators. None of them. Some of them have been on the YouTubes for a couple of years. Some of them just started on YouTube. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I screenshot. I do screenshots. So I'm going to read to you some of the names of these trolls because I want it to be known. You know what I mean? Word. Hold on. The first one up, David Boone. Come on down. A troll came into my fucking chat. That's not the only one. Oh, yeah, I got him. Screenshots. Tough girl. Valerie Smith. Come on down. And that was the last troll, Jeff. And you know which video they commented under? The Black Panther Party short video where I said that there is a big difference between the original Black Panther Party and the new Black Panther Party. I remember the visions I gave in that video. I remember what I wrote on the video screen in yellow writing. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. We got 2 in the building. We got 1 like. Yeah, I'm addressing this thing about the trolls. And you know what? They all try to convince me. That the original Black Panther Party members were terrorists. I'm going to tell you something. A terrorist is not going to take time out to fix breakfast for school children in the morning. They're not going to take time out to have food drives for people in the community. They're not going to take time out to secure the community and do self-defense for the community. That is what the original Black Panther Party did. That's what they did. And I'm talking about they started during the 1960s. So the Black Panther Party, the original Black Panther Party, have been here during the 1960s, the 1970s. The 1980s is when the government tried to destroy that particular party. They labeled them as terrorists. Why? Because they were practicing their American right to carry firearms. Why? Because they was telling the people the truth. Why? Because they were making demands on the government. I'm going to tell you something what the Black Party, the original Black Party really wanted. They wanted freedom for Black people in this country. They wanted us to have our human rights. They wanted us to have our respect. They knew that our children weren't being educated correctly in these public schools or in these private school settings. We've seen what the residential boarding schools did to the Native Americans, and that's the exact same thing they did to Black children when they attended public school. Shout out to the chat. They wanted us to have our own land. The same thing the Nation of Islam demanded. The Pan-Africanists, they wanted everyone to move from the United States to Africa, to perhaps Ethiopia. Marcus Garvey started that Pan-African movement here in this country, but he himself could not and did not get along with the emperor that was over Ethiopia at that time because he called the man a coward, and the man is a coward. How you going to be emperor over Ethiopia? Your family have been ruling Ethiopia for centuries and centuries. And then here comes the Italians. They attack Ethiopia. Your army is fighting the battle. They're fighting the wars, and you disappear out of your own country. You leave Ethiopia to go to Britain. So the emperor at that time, the man was a coward. The man was not a true leader. He wasn't even supposed to have been king. So Marcus Garvey was right what he said about the emperor of Ethiopia. And I found out that Ethiopia had slavery going on, and they didn't end that until it's been ended a while in that country. But the fact is that they had slavery for a long time in that country. That government was weak. And I don't understand how you are a Christian nation and you have fucking slaves. You talk about the white man and you did the same thing over there. Same thing with the Arabs. Right now, there's slavery going on in certain parts of Africa and the Middle East. But nobody seems to mention that. But let's go on about the trolls. Shout out to the chat. Yo, what's up, Simpson? What's up, Letitia? What's up, Mrs. V? Yeah. So we talking about the trolls, man. And half of the people that come over to troll me in my comment section, they have channels, but they don't have any content. And then, I'm gonna tell you which one did it. Not Jeff, because Jeff is retarded. Valerie Smith, she's too stupid. She don't even show her true face. None of these people really show who the fuck they are. They hide behind fucking letters. David Boone wrote in and said that the Black Panther Party was a bunch of terrorists. I guess he had personal experience with them when he was younger. But he has yet to prove to me how they were fucking terrorists. Because the last time I looked, the only domestic terrorist group that we got here in America that has been here for a long period of time is the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. Nobody says nothing about that. Nobody says anything about the skinhead neo-Nazis. Nobody talks about what happened in Germany years ago with the Nazis and the Jews. And the people that the Nazis didn't want in that fucking country anymore. You don't even hear about the Nazi party no more. But they existed. Hitler existed. David Boone, you can go straight to the pits of hell with your fucking tonteria and your fucking lies. Tough Girl, same thing. Bitch don't even have no content on her fucking channel. But they come to my fucking channel, out of all the channels on YouTube, they come to my fucking channel with their tonteria, their bullshit, their fucking lies. And then there was one particular troll came in and asked me about the African American people that had 30% European blood running through their veins. Well, I'm gonna tell you how that happened, and let's be fucking honest. During slavery and during Jim Crow, and even after Jim Crow, white men were raping black women, and there was nothing that the black people in our community could have done to protect our women. We the only women on earth that's not protected. I can go out here right now and get killed. Nobody would have no questions. Everybody would get quiet. Shout out to the chat. And that's real. Birdman is gone. Birdman is dead. Most of the people that have some kind of value, that I had some kind of value in their life, all of them are dead. None of them are living. None of them are breathing. Anything happen to me, nobody's going to look for me. Jeff is a troll. Valerie Smith is a troll. Look at this. These people don't have any content. Look at this shit. They got the nerve to come here. No content. View channel. Tough Girl. Joined 12 years ago and no content. You're a fucking troll. David Boone, same thing. These people have no content. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Mrs. V. I see you in my chat. Shout out to Simset. I see you in the chat. Fanti, I see you in the chat. Letitia, Third Eye Point of View, I see you in the chat. Sorry to disappoint, but MK and Malcolm X, pretty much every black activist shot dead were communists, Marxists. You would hate them. Well, actually, I don't hate them. Because as far as I'm concerned, in this country, we've been living under communist rule anyway. If you're black in America, you're not under capitalism too much. Yeah, they take advantage of you when they want to take advantage of you. Because the last time I looked, ain't none of them people was hanging black people in the fucking tree. The last time I looked, they didn't burn down Black Wall Street. We talking about people that's running this country right now. We got a bunch of politicians right there on Capitol Hill that told 42 million people not too long ago to kick fucking rocks. This whole country is run by racists. But they want to tell me and you that we're the fucking problem. They got that lie going all over the world. Black people is the problem. Black people is the problem. Black people is the fucking problem. I'm sick of this shit because the fucking lie is nothing but tonteria. Bullshit. Look at this video. And I got lots of videos just like that. Just like that. Lots of them. Not too long ago, a black woman was found, a California woman was found in a morgue. And when they found her, when her family members identified her, she was found to have no skin and no fucking eyes. See, they do a lot of that to us too, harvesting our fucking organs. If something was to happen to me today or tomorrow, guess what? They would take my fucking organs. Shout out to the chat. Too bad this ain't StreamYards, because I would have dropped the link by now. So yeah, man. I think that's some fucked up shit. People gonna talk about, well, what about all the black Americans that got 30% European blood running through their veins? It's there because of rape. In my family, rape. When my great-grandfather came to this country years ago, he was a product of rape. Well, we got mugs like this running the fucking country. Let's show you. This bitch told 42 million people to kick rocks. This bitch. This asshole told 42 million people to kick rocks. This butt munch. Especially this motherfucker. He really racist. Shout out to the chat. And that's reality, man. That's reality. I'm going to tell you where they want all y'all to be at. And I got the picture. Where the government wants all of y'all at in a few more years. And where some of you gonna be. Does that look like home to you? That's not even the penitentiary. That's a fucking shelter where they open up when they have these fucking hurricanes. And don't you know they took the hurricane money and the pandemic money and they're building prisons in 6 different states? Nobody's talking about that, but motherfuckers want to come to my channel, right in the comment section, some bullshit. But they want black people to help march. And yeah, man. They been wanting black people to come out of their homes, Letitia, ever since the ICE raids first started. But what are they doing the ICE raids about, Letitia? Because if you look, and I shared it on my community wall, what happened after the Mexican-American War? What did America do? They confiscated most of Mexico's territory. What states belong to them? Arizona, Nebraska, Texas, California, Colorado, and a few other states. Well, territories that they carved up to states. All because these crackers didn't want to live with Mexicans. They didn't want to have to deal with Mexicans. They hate. I don't understand how you gonna hate a group of people. You coming from Europe in fucking boats. You come from there. You come from the ice. You come from the caves. You come from the countries that they don't fucking really want you in. You escape from those countries. You come here to America. These people welcome you with open arms, and then all you can do is give them smallpox and blankets. You rape their women. You kill them. You burn down their villages. You take their resources. Then you take their fucking land. People fucking crazy, man. Trump is a fucking racist. He's the same thing as President Jackson, the one that's on the $20 bill. Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff in this phone which shows you the disrest that's going on in this country. Stuff that they don't want y'all to see. But I try to make you see by doing my short videos. Only a few of y'all to go visit that part of the channel. I'm getting ready to hit my StreamYards. And whoever wants to, you can hit the link over there. Yo, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my moderators, the YouTube streets. I'm getting ready to drop the link on my StreamYards. Whoever wants to, you can hit the link over there and you can tell me what you think. You tell me how you feel. Shout out to the chat. Peace.